Yo, this is Jjuan Hakeem here with the Minds with Hakeem podcast, sharing an Iowa-based nonprofit, Jonathan House International. We have JHI's director with us today, here to share their mission statement.
Our mission statement at JHI is walking with communities to bring spiritual and physical transformation.
Now, tell us a little bit more about what you guys do at JHI.
At JHI, we support international missions being led by local people. We support them through their operations, spiritual development, and economic development projects.
Now, how can the Minds with Hakeem community support you guys and stand behind you?
There's a few different ways to get involved. You can become a sponsor either of a child, support one of our leaders working in different countries, volunteer with us, really anything that you feel like you have a gift to give. We want to receive it and we want to help others with that.
Now, tell us how the Minds with Hakeem community can financially support JHI.
Even starting with as little as $5 makes a huge impact on our organization and those that we sponsor. Every little bit helps, and we just want to invite you to walk with us as we walk with communities.
Nice. Now, last but not least, tell us where we can locate you guys and how can we get in contact with y'all.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and our website at jonathansHouseintl.org.
Welcome back to another episode of The Minds with Hakeem. I'm your host, Sammi Manning, future Sammi Hakeem, and this is this recap of Season 3. I'm here with a very special guest. Do you want to say what's up to the people?
Hi, y'all. I miss y'all. My name is Mike. No, I'm Jjuan. Pleasure.
So as I said earlier, we are going to dive into the highlights and everything that happened in Season 3. I'll be asking the questions. Jewel will be making the answers. And hopefully we can get some good takeaways out of this. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's just dive right in. In this season, you dropped, the very first episode was your why video. Feels like it was a long time ago, but it really wasn't. It was this season. So I wanted to know what stands out to you from Season 3 that was really in alignment with your why, that you felt like you were fulfilling why you decided to make this podcast.
It's actually really ironic that was the first episode of the season because we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the episode. I feel like that just shows like the grit that we have and like the push through that we have, because this was a tough season for me and you to get episodes out to pour into people and also let people pour into us. So that the why video, and I think that'll age better as we continue to grow. I think that video a lot of people go back to and be like, oh snaps, he was been trying to, or they, should I say, was been trying to do this. But like that video was actually a perfect start for the season because it was a tough one, tough season, but it was awesome. Like I enjoyed it, the ups and downs, the highs and lows.
Yeah, I think that maybe we'll get into like, you can elaborate on what was tough about it. I have a question later for that. But while we're still talking about the why video, do you think that the guests that you had on this season helped you achieve your why? And is there anything that stands out to you as really like bringing your goals onto the podcast?
Absolutely. I think this season we probably had the least amount of guests. I know we did a recap of a previous episode with Ian, and that's just trying to set good habits and all that good stuff. I thought that was definitely aligned. But Dylan did awesome. I just sat down with him a couple weeks ago, and Kenneth Black, he was amazing. Also, Fly Life was on this season. I think that was, like, he literally is one of the most sought out people, especially like to get him in the room. That guy's a genius. So I think that was definitely aligned like with my why, because those people like really spilled into people. And also we talked about, me and you got up and talked a little bit about gender roles. I thought that was a needed conversation, especially like in this time frame that we in. We always inspire to help men and women. So it was good to get your perspective, and also not only a woman perspective, a male perspective too. So, and I think we pretty like comfortable in our own roles and our genders. So I thought that was awesome, like for the Y to keep people moving forward and to kind of like give some context of what we think and hopefully shape people views for the better. Like, for those roles, because that's a tough conversation. And Amner also, he just came on and he tried to, his goal, his mission when I talked with him behind the camera was, I want to help small businesses, especially for the Mexican, the Hispanic community, because a lot of the, his words not mine, a lot of the Hispanic community, sometimes they don't believe in like ads and like advertisement and how good that can do for their businesses. And I think black people think that way sometimes too, and a lot of people probably think that way. So I thought that episode was very necessary for the why and the mission of this podcast.
I loved how much Amner and Larry loved their community, you know, and like even like their smaller knit community that's smaller than Des Moines, how much they loved it. And I'd say that's true for all of the guests this season, but those two kind of stand out to me as
for sure.
Yeah, they're for their people.
Yeah, Larry's an awesome dad. Like, any of my guests who come on as fathers, I would like to say they're an awesome dad, but Larry, like, truly, genuinely enjoy, like, spending time with his kids, and not only his kids, other kids. Like, he liked being that positive role model. So, to me, it was a no-brainer, especially as an African-American male, to get him on here and, like, let him talk about his family and also the things that he got his kids doing and the things that his kids are learning. And that was definitely a line as well.
Absolutely. My next question is about definitely like when Amner, we were talking about Amner, I thought of this, but there's quite a few small business owners and entrepreneurs that came on this season, whether it's from like Jaden in her book to Kenneth Black, Fly Live, Kenneth Black having his whole clothing line. I mean, he's been doing it for years. I mean, I think almost everyone on this season has something that they're doing on their own. Was there a highlight that stands out to you that you've, from those business minds, that you've wanted to take and implement in your own business?
There's a ton, and I hope I don't leave anyone out. First, I want to start with Jada. Like, she was so inspirational to me. Like, the passion behind her voice and how much she believed in her work, something I took in. Like, she don't let no self-doubt creep in, and when she do, she snap out of it a lot faster than most creators and entrepreneurs. So she definitely helped me get more motivated in a sense, or inspired, should I say, because motivation lasts every so often. But she definitely inspired me, like, with her passion and how much she believed in her work. And like,
even when it's not easy to be passionate about your work, like even when she had to force herself to do it, it's that underlying dream that like kept her going.
100%. And also Dylan. Dylan was, oh man, that kid is, I literally told her, I think it was on air, I was just like, man, I wish I was doing this when I was 18, 19. I believe he's still 18. It's just like, that is uplifting, and like, this guy is writing more books. He's writing kid books that's for all ages. Like, I haven't even thought about some of these things that are really brilliant ideas.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he got a clothing line, and on top of that, he played ball.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he loved Jesus. Like,
yeah.
So like, I was really like, I took a lot from him, like, in his episode, and like, he just go, like, he do it.
He's a really inspirational individual, like how much he cares about the things he does and cares about making sure that they're true to him. He's not just doing it because he feels like he needs to, or doing it for money, or doing it to please other people, but it seems like it's so true, the things that he does to him. And that kind of inspired me, because going forward with like stuff that we have happening, I get really caught up in like, is this something other people care about?
Yeah.
And I think I ask that more than like, is this a reflection of me?
And I think, that's a good thing you said that, because like you said, he just do it. Like, he really, like, he barely even have a team. Like, he have friends and people who, believable people in his circle, but like, if it aligns with him, he do it. If you bite on it, you bite on it. If not, he's not even worried about that, and that's so hard to do in this new age, in this new era. And I was really like just inspired by that too, like the fact that he don't care. Like if it aligns with him, he lock in and he go do it. So it was really that was another one like that I took a lot from this season.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna circle back to something we had brought up before. We took about a month-long break from releasing episodes this season. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. First and foremost, to the Minds community, we would like to say thanks for sticking with us. And
yes.
We apologize for the brief break, but we needed it. We got a ton coming around with just buying a new house, wedding in a couple weeks,
30 days,
flying back to Houston for 2 weeks, and starting new jobs, and it was just a load, and we needed a break. But with all that being said, I think it was good. I think we're gonna come out better, and I think that it's okay to take breaks. Like, I was really happy you put this question in here because I can't stress to entrepreneurs, to people who, not even entrepreneurs, people who grind all day at a 9 to 5, or who grind all day for themselves. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to relax. It's okay to go on a 10-minute walk. It's okay to step out for a little bit and then get back in the fight. You're not quitting. You just taking a break. So it was needed. It was needed. And yeah, it was some tough times, but I'm happy we back. We made it.
Yeah, it was hard to not be consistent because we preach consistency.
Yes.
And so it was hard not to do that. But also, if we would have been consistent in those 4 or 5 weeks, whatever it was, the quality wouldn't have been what our vision is. You know, we would have just been putting out episodes for the sake of getting content out. And we really care about releasing stuff that we're proud of. And we don't want to be asking people to listen to stuff that isn't a true reflection of us and our vision. So it had to happen because there was no other way, really.
No, I agree with you on that too. Because our guest, not only our guest, but our audience is super important to us, and we don't want to just feed them anything. Like I could easily get, and I don't want to disrespect anyone, people who I feel like to me is unworthy right now to talk, and I could put some BS out, but we rather not. Like we rather just roll with the punches and miss a week to get the people who we truly like think ready to get in front of our audience and help them grow and inspire them.
Yep. It's all about timing, and sometimes timing is not the same as consistency.
I feel like timing is everything. I've been saying it a lot lately because I really do. And it's like we've been so like locked in on us to where if we do got to step out and zoom out and visualize, we do it because it's going right timing. Like Kenneth Black, for instance, I've been trying to get with him for 2 months. And we finally made it happen. And look at the end result. I love that episode. I think I watched it twice today.
Yeah.
Like it was that he really, it was timing. The timing was right. So
absolutely. I have another question for you, and I want to know what's one piece of wisdom that came out of season 3 that's really made an impact on you.
It's a tough one. Dang, I have to go with Fly Life on this. There was some advice from his mom. I think what he said was stick with me forever. He was just like his mom told him, be brilliant, be brief, and be gone. No, be brief, be brilliant, and be gone. That was what it was. Something along those lines. It's little kickers like that I get from my guests that'll stick with me forever. And that's one, like his mom, she's a wisdom-filled woman, and obviously passed that down to her son. But like that hit me. Like you ain't gotta give people the full thing. Like don't do too much. And like I think I said this in the previous episode. Like if you're waiting to put if you take too long to put something out, that means you're trying to put it out when it's perfect. It's too late. Like, you got to put something out briefly and then be gone. And if it ain't it, we can go back and correct it. We can double back around. So, like, that was real wisdom driven. And, yeah, that was probably my favorite. So many gaps in between the seasons. I really got to run some stuff back. But, like, that was my favorite. And I think his was before the break. So, yeah, that'll stick with me forever. I'll probably say that line right there.
One thing that I think we talked about it in this season, maybe it was in season 2, but I think it's worth bringing up. We talked about the value of feedback and being...
It was this season.
Okay, as I thought. The value of feedback and being able to take feedback and turn it into positivity in your business or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Have you received any feedback maybe since that conversation that has made a difference in your life? Specifically on the podcast, if you have an answer for that, but
I do. Kais has been giving me real feedback. Like, I know some of y'all still haven't met Kais, but we'll get around to that. But,
he needs to get on an episode.
He do. He really do. But Kais has been giving me real good feedback, and it's really my team. Like, you and Marquis has been like telling me like what's real. Like, I feel like y'all haven't been lying to me. If so, stop. No, I was just kidding. But like, and it's always hard getting feedback from you. But that's what we talked about in the episode is kill the ego. Like, I gotta dial it back and be like, yo, she wouldn't be telling me this if it wasn't for the betterment of what we got going. So I got a ton for the podcast, like strictly for the podcast, like ideas. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm not the ideal guy, but I'm the guy you could put in front of the camera and make the ideas look beautiful. So, and I had to receive that feedback and understand that. So, yeah, all three of y'all been doing a great job. And Corey Everett, shout out Herbo. Can you give Herbo some hand claps?
Which one is
C.
it?
I think it's C.
This is my first time on the...
Yeah, that's for C. Herbo. He keep it real with me. He felt like Corey feedback, too, was... I feel like his feedback is real genuine, and he know I respect his opinion. But Corey told me, I forget which episode it was. Let me take a little cheat spill. I know for sure our gender roles and Fly Life for sure. And I think it was definitely those two. He was just like, yo, that's too short.
Yeah, he wanted more.
He was like, yo, that's not enough. He was like, and those episodes were like 35, 40 minutes. And he was like, nah, I need way longer than that. Like,
yeah,
you got to keep going. Like, don't cut it short, Jjuan. And I think I do that a lot because I want to be respectful.
Because I want to be brief.
Be brief, be brief, and be gone. Shout out Fly Life. But yeah, Herbo, because Corey's a real podcast lover, podcast watcher, and he like watching like 2-hour podcasts and stuff like that. And I do too, but like, be brief, be brilliant, be gone. But so yeah, I got a lot of feedback from outside too.
I think just spitting off of that, a message to the listeners is if you have feedback for us, we would love to hear it. Like, if you have stuff that you're like, I really want to learn more about this, or this guest could be a really good fit. We want to hear stuff like that. Or like, could you guys try out something new? And if you have really positive feedback, I would love to hear it via a review on the podcast app.
Please leave a review. Sam is not happy. Our listeners who have been faithful are not leaving reviews. Please leave a review. All three cameras. So check this out. I know when buying a home for the first time can be a very stressful process. But that's why it's good to give it a good lender like my buddy Jared Nicholson from Key Mortgage Group. He's so active to educate his borrowers and also let people be aware of their blind spots. This is a good man to make your lifetime lender, to make your process super, super stress-free, and don't be turned off by the housing process. You can follow him and find him at jnhomeloan.com. So let me spell that out for you. jnhomeloan.com. So tap in with him. Jared NMLS number is 1969744. I repeat that. 1969744.
Well, thinking about taking feedback and turning it into more positive things for the podcast, what is coming up? What do we have in store? Because we're always working on something.
We got merch coming. But besides the merch, this season I kind of want to get more into the effect that social media is having on these successful people that we bring onto the podcast. So season 4 will be more driven to help us that's struggling with these social platforms. I know myself, I struggle with them. It's just the addictiveness of it, the negative views. Like, I know I got stories to tell about the NBA playoffs that I literally deleted my account because I saw myself becoming an NBA troll. It's real easy. But I think it'll be a lot of more of that season 4. But also, we're going to still get inspired. Like, it's not going to be a downer. So we still going to help. We still going to give tools. We still going to give techniques to go out and inspire others to start what they need to do. So that's what you got coming forward.
How about
new icebreaker question too?
Oh, yeah.
We got to come up with that. You know what? Y'all got to chime in on the story next week or maybe at the end of this week. We'll see. We're going to do a story, a couple questions. We're going to give them 4 options. And whichever question got the highest answer, that's season 4. Icebreaker.
Oh, an Instagram story with the poll in it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
We're gonna let them decide. We're gonna let the people speak. For the people, by the people. Black
Nice.
Panther.
What are we doing in the community?
Oh, we getting back to the meals. That crushed me the most. I love my audience, but not being able to feed the community as consistently as we was crushed me a lot. And I had a few people like Boop and Jjuan from Cottage Grove Church, shout out them, real awesome guys, hit me up when we was in Houston and like, yo, what we doing? We doing it this weekend, yada yada. So we got people locked in and
I've heard tell you, people at my job have been asking to like, when are we getting back in the community?
See?
Good feedback, everyone.
Yeah.
Way to check in
so
on this.
I'm glad they're keeping us accountable and our donors too. Like they showed us love with stuff that we got to get back to the community. So we'll get back to that too after the wedding. We'll be locked back in on feeding the community, and we're trying to figure out something for the winter. So if you got any ideas, Sam, or our audience, about how can we feed these people during the winter, because your boy can't be outside. No, sir.
Not me.
But yeah, we getting back to that definitely, and also we looking to collab with a school, with a back to school drive, and also
yeah, you talked about that with Fly Life on his episode.
I talked about something else with Fly Life.
Oh.
I talked about that with just Kenneth Black.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
might have been off camera though. It was on camera.
I think it was on camera.
I thought I watched twice today. Boy, I be zoning. I got something else with Fly Life, but I'm not gonna shout that out because me and Fly Life working on some good stuff, and I don't want people to chime in on us. But me and UVT, got something coming as well. So
all you gotta know is there's things coming.
Yeah, be on the lookout. We definitely trying to give it all away though. Like, that's definitely the vibe with Kenneth Black and UVT.
Well, cool. Anything else that you want to share with the people about season 3? What's coming up? Your life? Your wife?
Fiance. No, just appreciate the love and support. We'll definitely keep sharing a good word with y'all. Definitely need y'all feedback. My team has been keeping it real with me, so I need y'all to keep it real just as much as my team do. Like, we already know what to expect for season 4. We're gonna come hard. We're gonna come full throttle out the gate. We recharged. We re-energized. Shout out. I just want to shout some people out real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Shout out Good Vibes for letting us always use this beautiful space.
Ditto. Shout out to Good Vibes.
Yeah, no, for sure. And shout out Vivid Visions, man, for just working so hard and getting everything done.
And congrats.
Oh, and congrats too. This guy's a husband now. I don't know how I'm gonna keep up with him. But no, yeah, definitely. If y'all looking to join or help with the community and y'all want to get involved and y'all know how to do it, hit us up. Like, we doing it. So we need more people like y'all. I say this all the time, and I mean it. It's an army. Just because I'm on Instagram dancing and trying to get y'all to come help, that don't mean it's me. Definitely couldn't do it without these strong people behind us. Shout out our small group for being so consistent. Shout out my close friends for being so consistent and just figuring it out. So we definitely need y'all help. We're not ashamed to ask for help. But a lot of community things going on. Be on the lookout. And hope y'all sharpening yourselves. Hope y'all learning. Hope y'all inspired. Hope y'all building people up, especially on these social platforms. Use it as love, not hate. And that's pretty much it from your boy. I'm going to stay busy. I'm going to stay focused. And we're going to stay focused. I don't know if she going to stay busy, though. She lazy.
No, that was good. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Go ahead, though.
No, that's it. I'd say that this wraps up another episode of the Minds with Hakeem podcast. I forgot how you do the rest of the outro.
Y'all beat Bridget. Peace.
Love, y'all.